Good morning, Catherine. Catherine, can you hear me? I guess you're the only one logged in. Okay, now tell me if you can hear now. I guess my mic handle was off, so sound okay, sound okay. I think should be okay now. I can hear now. I can hear my voice. Okay, I guess it's okay now. Yes, there you are. Okay, so we have only two people today. Let's start. Yeah, let's start the class now. Let's get the washes done. Now, you can see this is the same paper I'm using when we were. I gave it to you in the last class. This is the same paper, and what I will do, we will gonna do some basic washes, not too complicated, just basic washes and how to blend them, because I see some of you have a little bit challenge how to blend the colors in watercolor. So if you have everything ready, the palette, the paper, everything ready, just put a little bit water on the top of the paper like this. Okay, just put a little bit water, not too much, just a little bit. If you want to watch me, that's fine, you can watch me. And I will take some I'll take some ultramarine blue. What happened, the ultramarine blue, when you put the ultramarine blue, it doesn't make the orange, or if you have any other color, it doesn't make color green as compared to the other blue colors. Like if you're using a cerulean blue, then what happened, the cerulean blue tend to mix with yellow or orange color, and it makes it green. But the ultramarine blue, it it doesn't have that uh, the consistency of the blue remains the same. What it does actually, it turns into the gray color. So let's put some cadmium orange. See that blue? I This is just ultramarine blue. I put it. Now, if I tilt my paper, what happened? It will run down. Actually, if you can see, that's running down. So now, what I will do, I'm going to put some cadmium orange. Just put it against the where the cobalt, I mean the ultramarine blue, is coming down. So I'm putting the cadmium orange very slowly. Let it blend in, and I clean my brush. Actually, I clean my brush, and now I have a nice and clean uh, water. I'm just uh, going against that edge of that the cadmium orange, right? So here, let's put some more water. Let it run. Let this color run down. So there you go. Now, if you want to make this as a painting, I'm just letting you guys know how to blend the color, how to mix a color right on the paper when you are making those such a type of flat painting, right? So if you want to make a painting, then we can make this as a painting also. Okay, let's blend this cadmium orange more. Okay, so what I will do now, I'm going to put some uh, cadmium yellow. So if you have any yellow which is not too deep yellow, just a very light yellow. So I will put some yellow here, and I will leave some white here just for the sun. Let's make a small painting so you guys understand like how to render that type of painting. So here again, I put clean water. I clean my brush, little bit clean water, and that's it. Let the color run down. Let it go on the paper. So now I have the first wash is done now. So if you see that how nicely it blends in. Now I can put some more cadmium orange because it's kind of not very visible. So what I will do, I'm going to put some cadmium orange, get some more cadmium orange and put it here, like on the top of the cadmium orange. It's kind of a little bit unusual, but I want to more intensify that color so we can have more orange is there because it's kind of not very visible. So let's put another layer of cadmium orange. Let it get the clean water, let the color run down, make a smooth edges. and that's it. So I will leave right now this painting like this. Okay, let's make it straight. It's not straight. There you go. So at this stage, what you can do, you can just put a little bit wash here, same colors at the bottom also. If you want to make it, let's say if there's a water down there, right, and this is the sky, and the water is down there, need a reflection of the same colors down here. So what I can do, I can use the same ultramarine blue. I will put it here on the bottom of that the water body or whatever is it is. So here, that's a, again, soft edges. Let the color blend in, and you want to make sure it has a soft edge. It's not doesn't have a hard edge. Otherwise, it'll ruin your painting. So there you go. I put some on the bottom also, which tells me that this is a reflection on the water. Okay, here. Let's put some more ultramarine blue here on the bottom. Let's put some a little bit more. So let's get the paper straight. There you go. So now you can see that it's still there's an orange creating a little bit problem here, right? It it doesn't blend in. It's supposed to be, maybe the cadmium orange I'm using is very opaque, and it just not blending in into the ultramarine blue. That's why you can see these edges are built up. So what I will do, I will go get some more ultramarine blue. Okay, and I will put on the top of that layer. Actually, the paper is still wet, right? So what I will do, I'll put some more ultramarine blue. Or and let it blend in. Let it blend in. So there you go. But you have to be very careful at this stage, because if you the paper is start drying and you don't have a, if it is too dry, then it would be a problem. It's not gonna blend in, right? If it is it's still wet, and you can feel it, like paper is kind of swelled up, right? So I can tell the paper is still wet. It's not is not too dry, so I can still have a chance to do more layers. So what I will do, I will just clean my brush with the clean water and just smudge it against this uh, uh, the the orange cadmium orange layer, and just push out a little bit color, a little bit out of the don't do too much, otherwise if there's a problem and you do try to fix it and keep fixing it, it will kind of get grayish, and you see that there's a mark here. I was trying to fix it, but it doesn't work, and that's the only challenge in the watercolor. You don't want to go and fix over and over, otherwise it'll be it'll be mess up your painting, and not it doesn't look very good. Okay, let's clean that cadmium yellow out of the paper. I still have a chance to touch up a little bit these layers and make it a little bit more smooth here. Okay, so this is how you blend the colors right on the paper. As you can see, the bottom looks really good. Actually, you can see that it blends in really good here at the ultramarine blue, and some cadmium yellow here, a little bit cadmium yellow, but here it kind of a little bit challenge for me, so it not blending in properly, but it's okay. We can make this painting now differently. So any question, put on the chat. I can see the chat also. So if you have any question, you can put on the chat, and I can answer you. Let this the washes dry. Once it's dry, uh, all these washes, then you can do whatever you want to do. You can make a, a seascape, or you can make a cityscape, whatever you like to do. Now your first wash is done. So the second will be let it dry the painting a little bit, get it get the painting workable for another layer. So if you just wait, or you can use the hair dryer. If you have the hair dryer, you can use the hair dryer. Okay, I let my painting dry. Let's pick up another paper. I'm gonna let this dry. Okay, once it's dry, then I will bring it back. So let me start. I will put this on the side, and we're gonna start another one, which is same thing, but I will use the different colors now on this one. By the time the other one will dry, and then I can show you how to work with the on the top of this first layer. Okay, let's I will pick up some this time on this painting, or the paper. Let's use any color would be okay. Let's use the purple. Let's try purple color. I don't know where the purple color in my palette. This is actually, it's a new palette. It's not a. Let me show you what this palette it look like. This is the I use what was it here at home. So this is the palette I'm using right now. It's very different from what I use in the class. So this is a kind of a little bit different colors. I tried all the time different colors. So that's why you don't see the this palette is different from what I use in the class. So let's put this back. Let's get where's the purple color thing is. Let's mix a purple. Let's mix purple cadmium red. I will mix my purple cadmium red, and I will use Prussian blue. Actually, I'm not using a cobalt blue or any other blue. I'm just using a Prussian blue. Prussian blue is good for uh, a nice purple color. So here I would just go get some water. I didn't put any water on the paper. I'm just going on the dry paper. So water, a little bit more water. I put some pigment, just a little bit more water. Keep it going, get the water, and just put it at the edge of the paper. Always try, remember that you practice this. If you need a nice and even wash, keep washing your brush and putting it at the edge of the wash that you already put. So here, more. There you go, done. So I don't want to go too down. We can make this painting a different painting. Let's put some more uh, that purple on the top. Let's mix more purple. Let's get some Prussian blue. Next time I will put two cameras so you can see my palette also. So today just a one camera, and I don't have the other camera with me. Here. Let's put some more color. As the layer is, the paper is wet, you can put more and more layers on it, and let it work way And if you want to let them run down, you just tilt it up a little bit, tilt it up a little bit, and it will start traveling down. If you want to wash to be go quickly, but if you okay with it, let it settle down where they are, you can do that too. So here, just leave this here, just clean some edges. Now let's smooth it out the edge with the water. Look at this, what happened. I just, by accident, I spilled some water here, and look at this. This is you don't want on your painting. Once you have this, it's so hard to fix it. So that is because I kept the water reservoir here, and when my brush is traveling down on the painting, sometimes I drop a from the brush, and that's what it does. So you have to be careful if you have a paint. I not supposed to put the reservoir against the. Let me just go up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So let me show you. See that the my water container is about here. So if I pick up the water from here and I go down and working here, what happened? It just drops some droplets on the painting, and it just messes up the painting. So if you have a water, try I try to keep it on the side up here, maybe here or this side, so you can not dropping any water. You go to the palette. Actually, my palette is right here. Let me show you. So my palette is here. Soon as you pick up a color from this side and you come back, you coming and you traveling over your painting, you may be a chance you can drop this. And look at this. This is what happening here. So you don't want to do that, but let's keep it. It's a good learning thing, like you guys can see, and try to avoid this water away from the painting. Now here, let me, what, this is a good, actually this is all right. I can show you the palette also. So here I have some cadmium yellow, which is from before. Let me move this water from here. Yeah, okay, there you go. And I will start putting some cadmium yellow with I put some burnt sienna in it, so tone it down a little bit. And now I'm gonna put that some. I'm gonna make a little bit maybe a seascape or something with this. Okay, so let's put this here. Drag it down the brush. Get some dry brush marks. I didn't put any water on it, so I will leave some dry brush mark so I can use it for some other reasons at the later times on the painting. Okay, let's get some more cadmium yellow. I have, right, put some cadmium yellow a little bit, and use some burnt sienna here, tone it down a little bit, and then you put that color there like this. See the white marks? It's okay, just leave it there, and then so you can use it for some other reason, and later on in a painting. There you go. So let's trade this here. I usually put water on the right side, and I put it on the left side now, so it kind of confuse a little bit. So what I will do on the bottom of the painting, I will go put some little bit French ultramarine. If you don't have it, French ultramarine, that's fine. You can use cobalt blue or ultramarine blue. That is fine too. So I will put some on the bottom of this painting to just bring some more tone it down, that the yellow part of the foreground. So let's get some, let blend. See this all blending happening. I put a French ultramarine. Now it mixing up with the cadmium yellow and burnt sienna mix, and it create a nice soft edge, as you can see on the bottom. So that's how you practice, like what exactly you want to do with the painting, right? So I can actually, what I can do, I can just go make this white spot as a sun, and I can put some more clouds, and you can see that it create like a sky, dynamic sky. And I can finish the painting here. I can put some, do some doodling here, maybe put some boats here on the right at the edge of the foreground. But that's fine. You know what? We can leave this painting here. So it's all blending, basically. It's all blending. You mix colors, you blend on the paper, and once it's dry, and then you start working on something. I mean, like you can do, let's say, let's pick up the other painting. Let me show you what's happening here on the other painting. Let's put this on the side so it'll dry. Now this one is pretty much dry. What I can do, I can do some doodling on it. Get my smaller brush. Let's get some dagger brushes, fine. Now this painting is almost dry. It's not very dry yet, but it's kind of dry. I can do some work on this painting now. Okay, so here I'll get some gray mix. And I will put a little bit line here on the painting. See, it's still not very dry yet. It's still wet. And take some water. You know what? I'll use the purple mix I did, cadmium red and Prussian blue. So let's put this here. Just randomly I'm working. I'm not focusing on anything. Like the idea is to show you how to blend the colors. That's what it is basically. And once it's dry, then you can do whatever you want to do. You can put mountains, you can put something on the floor. You can make it painting half the canvas, which is it's okay. You can make it half, or you can make it a little bit go up these mountains. Oh, something happened. What happened? Okay, sorry about that, guys. I think there's something with the streaming. So now I can make anything here on this painting. All I started with the little bit the washes, and see this brush is kind of a nice dagger brush, right? Not very expensive brush. So I'm using this brush for small doodling with a gray color. I mix actually there was a cadmium orange, and I mixed with French ultramarine. I get a nice gray color. So that's how you mix your grays. You can mix a cadmium red, ultramarine blue, or cadmium yellow. You can get a nice gray also. Or you can mix cadmium orange or cadmium cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, or French ultramarine, because the cadmium orange is itself is a cadmium red and cadmium yellow in there. So basically, when you mix a cadmium orange with the cobalt blue, you mixing a three colors. Although you're thinking of mixing two colors, but no, there's you mixing three colors. So I put, let me show you. I put a little bit cadmium orange, right? Let me wash my brush, get some Let's get some French ultramarine. So, and I would put, and I got a beautiful, beautiful, little bit red, right? So I will put some more French ultramarine, and it give you a nice bluish type of gray color. Let's put some more. Oops, what's going on today? Thing, some problems with the phone, with the YouTube. Oh my God, not coming. So, oh boy, problems. Gina, you can see, right? I think Mina is there too. Hi, Mina. Okay, so let's keep going. Actually, I can't type right now. So here, the gray color, just put a little bit, mix more gray color, get some French ultramarine, get some cadmium orange, and just put a little bit here in the mountain. Let's put a little bit here and there. So it builds some kind of a texture that it shows they are the not a flat surface, is kind of a little bit more like a uneven surface, I would say. That would be the best description for it. If you want to get rid of these white, that's fine for me. You can get rid of this, put some color here, there. So now you can see the painting is, we start with the ultramarine wash, right? Then I put a cadmium orange wash. Then I put a cadmium yellow wash. I let it run here. Then I put a little bit ultramarine blue on the bottom and I mix it. Everything is blending, as you can see here, blends in, here blending in. Cadmium yellow sitting here in the middle of the painting. Then there's a cadmium orange, and there's a ultramarine blue, and there's a ultramarine blue on the bottom. So you can see how easy it is to go blend the color, and then you do whatever, like I put some mountains in middle, and I can imagine this is a water body or something. Whatever you think you can do with this painting is. And now what I will do, actually, I'm gonna grab the opaque white color if I have here somewhere. I don't know what I did actually. You know what? Let's pick up the color from the canvas. I would get a nice stiff brush. So I will go pick up some color from here. Put some water. Although it's kind of a little bit danger to do this, but it's okay. Let's get some paper towel. Let's pick it up. There you go. I think this is good. That's not bad. I don't have the cadmium white here. The titanium white. Let me check, see if I can find something here. No, not really. Hmm. Anyway, so this is now what you can do. You can treat it as a land, or you can treat it as a water, whatever you like. Now, if I said I treat it as a land, right? So I will take some cadmium orange, and I will put maybe a boat here. If you say okay, so water, you can do a water also. I can put a boat here. So we are treating this part as a water. So it's all water, water, right? And I'll put a boat here. I'm using a dagger brush, a small dagger brush. Uh, I showed you in a class also. So let's put a boat here. So paper is so dry, I can go and do some small work here. So it's not, if the paper is wet and impossible to do some kind of a sketching like this. So you make sure your paper is dry. First layer, put the first layer, the cobalt blue, the cadmium orange, the cadmium yellow. Then you put ultramarine blue on the bottom. Make sure it's dry. Once it's dry, then you start working on the small stuff. Let's say you want to put a board or you want to put some other stuff. Then you can start. And let's say if it is not a cityscape, it's a landscape, you can start putting the trees. I'm going to show you on the other painting, which I is drying right now. So let's do this. All right, let's clean the brush, get the burnt sienna, put it here. I need a dark orange, dark gray color, so I put some burnt sienna here. Actually, it's not a burnt sienna. This is a burnt umber. And sorry about that, I forgot. Now use some French ultramarine, get a nice dark gray color, and now I will put some. So there's now there's no direct light into this painting. There's a sun there. So what I can do, I can just put a little bit dark color so we can have this board visible, like more depth into the board. So let's put some dark color. Let's put a mask here. Be careful when you drawing this type of lines. You don't want to mess it up. Otherwise, you have to delete it or you have to put, uh, you know, delete it or just start another painting. So here I put a mask. Put a little bit mask here. All right. So do you remember I told you this we're treating as a water? So I will go clean my brush with the fresh clean water and I drag it right at the edge of the board. So this is not the today's class agenda, but I'm just showing you. You can practice at home. So what I did, I just bring it down the color from the board and drop it in the on the bottom of this board, so it shows like it's kind of a reflection in the water. Here, let's get some more gray color. There you go. So soon as you did this kind of a ripple type of reflection on the water, it shows that it's a water here, and that's what the reflection of the board looks like in the water. That's it. Don't do too much. If you do too much, then it will show right away. And I will just delete a little bit. There you go. Done. I don't want to go too much into it. I can clean my brush, put a little bit line here just to here. And that's it. Not too much. Okay, so here so far Nella is here too. Very good. We have a full class here today. Wow. Okay, so this is the basic painting. Now I have more room. I can go put some birds here as usual since it's a cityscape. We can put a bird here. Let me go zoom in actually. If you guys cannot see what I'm doing, let's go zoom in, zoom in. Let me see here. So let's put some birds here. Put a bird here. And maybe let's zoom out. Put one here also. You have to make sure the grouping is very important. If you put all these birds here in one place, going one here, one there, then it's not going to look very good. So you have to be careful. The grouping is very important. Let's clean up this board a little bit, kind of bothering me. Let's put the rope here, create more interest to it. You don't need to see, this is actually, Mina was asking me what is loose. She was asking me in a class. So this is what you do. You don't want to go that mass go all the way into the board. So I left it purposely. There's a gap here between the mass and the board. So these are the marks you have to be careful when you do. You don't need to go exactly. See, the rope is hanging, so this rope is breaking up here and there. So this is how you do quickly, and you don't need to draw a rope from here carefully all the way on the bottom. So just get a mark, explain that what it is, and that's it. And just move on, right? Instead of spending time because you don't know how to draw a rope. If you have problem drawing a rope, like these type of objects in your painting, then you practice separately. You go grab a paper. Let me grab a paper here. Where's my other sketchbook? So let's get this journal paper here. It's not a watercolor paper, but I'm just showing you. So you go, if you have problem with drawing a ropes, you just go and draw ropes like this and put a mass and draw ropes. Draw lots of ropes, lots of that kind of marks, right? This. So every time you have a problem drawing something on the painting, and you say, you know what, it kind of a trouble for me, then you draw. You draw on the separate paper. Let's say you have problem with drawing a boat, right? So you just practice drawing a boat like this. Put a mass. Let's get some dark color. I have a nice dark purple color, so I'm not mixing over and over that gray color. So just to show you. So draw like this, quick, quick. Then I can go get some cadmium red. Let's put some cadmium red here on the board itself. So this is here. And let's put some cadmium yellow into the board a little bit here. Just to, this is not a, it's, you can consider the part of the class also, but this is how you do when you have problem drawing something in the painting that you are, let's say you're doing a landscape. You, some people have a good eye, they can draw boards, they can do something, but they have problem with blending colors and washes. So whatever your weakness is, right, you just go on separate page, and on the ordinary paper, you don't need to pick up a watercolor paper, or you can if you want, right? And you just go and practice separately like this. And let me just put some landmark here also, make it more realistic. There you go, that's it. And let's put some background color also, like in the sky or something. Don't go over the mask, and the practice this how to keep it transparent. That's another key of doing the separate painting. You can just go not to paint on this mask, and just get away from the mask, and the washes has to be separate from this mask like this. Keep the board, not paint over the board. Here. Let's put some more blue on the top of the sky, so it create a little bit more, build some more contrast in your painting. There you go. So you see that if you know how to draw a small object, right? So it's very easy. Other stuff is easy, like that washes on the top. I have a mix of cadmium yellow and the burnt umber. I have a nice earth type of color, and I mix it up and I put it here. If you need more drama, you need more excitement, you can just go put some more color on it, put another layer, maybe put a get a nice dark color, very just straight from the tube. If you want to make a nice mark, you just go pick up straight from the tube the color. Let me show you actually right here. So I have this very dark purple color, so I pick it up straight from the tube, and then you do a nice mark like this. Like I go here, let's make a rope here, since and do the shadow. Maybe put a harness here. Let's get this done. Let's get some dark value here. That's it. So let's go back to the actual painting. This is just I want to add something in between how you can do. I mean, like if you're doing a big painting, then what is need to be done before you start a painting? If you have a challenge drawing a board, or you draw a challenge blending colors or mixing colors, so you practice on a small scale. You don't want to go a big painting, just do small. Look at this, it how big it is. It's my hand here. It's almost like of my palm, right? It's not too big. You can go, I can erect something else on the bottom. Let's say we'll go back to the painting. We still have time, so let me do something. If I take a cadmium orange, and you can make those figures, like people like this, the pelvis, the chest, the head. Just use the cadmium orange. You don't need to use any other color. Just use cadmium orange and make figures. If you, let's say your intention is to paint a cityscape, then you probably need some of this type of drawing, like a person or cars or something. If you drawing if you planning to paint a cityscape, then you will looking for something, boats or seagulls or ropes or masses or this type of stuff. And but if you are in the cityscape, then you probably need that, you need to draw figures, you need to draw cars and buildings and more like geometrical stuff. Yeah. So let's give him a little bit grayish pen. He's carrying something, or maybe he's walking with the dog. Let's make a dog here. There you go. Okay. And then you say, okay, the light is coming from this side, and if it is coming from this side, then there will be a shadow for both the dog and the person. Okay. If you want to go more detailed, you can put a red color on his face. If you don't want the orange color, give him some hair if you want. Just put some straight dark color, put on this head. It will be it'll be more detailed type of sketch in your painting. There you go. So you have to understand that blending the color, mixing the color is one thing. And then once you've done this, then you have to go here. You have to make how to do the boats, how to do figures if you're doing, and how to do buildings if you're on the cityscape. Let's say if I erect a building here quickly, let me do this quickly also so you guys know what we're dealing here. The building, and I will put some. You don't need to explain every window is open or closed or whatever. Just make a mark like it shows there's a building there. That's all it is. Maybe two antennas are there on the top of the building. There's a door in the front. There's street. Maybe another building on the side. Get some dark color. Put again the windows. So these are the things you need to know before you jump on big scale painting, right? So I would break it down. So far, I said you have to go, you have to understand how to lay down the washes, the basic washes, right? And how to blend them, the blending, what color mix which color, and then you decide, you say, I want to do a seascape. So you have to know how to draw a certain object like a boat or a birds or maybe humans, human figure. They're standing here. Let me put a one figure here with a pencil. Actually, I'm not gonna do watercolor here. So I can put a figure here working on something, holding something in his hand. So that's how you build more and more and more into your painting, not just you know learn how to blend colors, how to mix color, but there's more to it. You have to go and keep working on it until you get fully experienced. You said, okay, I can uh, uh, do a full scale painting with everything in it. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off. I guess you guys. Let me go back to the actual painting. So here our actual painting. This is the first painting I started. So now let's finish this painting quickly. Here, da, da, da. I think this is it. And now I'll get some Prussian blue, and let's go some in detail work. Like create some ripples in the water, which is kind of a little tedious, but it's okay. With the edge of the brush, not too much. If you do too much, then it shows and it doesn't look very good. Let's get some more Prussian blue, mix it up with my purple mix. Let's get some water, mix it up. I need a clean, more flow into my brush. So, and here a little bit light type of ripples, so you don't want to go too much. Here I just use my smaller brush for the farther down, not too much. Just finish it up here. That's it. There you go. So I would just leave this painting here, and if you want more, then you can go just drag this, lift some color if you want to make a shadow of this sun or moon, whatever it is. So I'll go pick up the color, make a shadow, let it go down a little bit more, get into the dark color, make some ripples. Basically, I'm lifting the colors here. Here, let's get pick up that color, lift more. There you go. So I have the reflection of the moon or whatever it is, sun or whatever you call it, but we are here to mixing up the colors, how to blend the colors when the colors are dry, how to create more drama to it by putting some birds here, put a sun here, then put a boat here, and you list will go on and on. So you have to stop somewhere, right? Let's before I finish this painting, I would put a little bit flag here. So I need some green color, like more colors in a painting. So I would put a little bit green color here, or maybe I have the green color on my palette, so on my brush, so I can just put some on the trim of the board, and that's it. So this painting is finished, which I started earlier, right? This is the first painting. I think the Catherine and Gina was there when I started. So any questions so far about this painting? I can go and explain more. If please let me know if you have any questions. I will wait, and we're gonna start the. Basically, we're gonna start this painting, and once if you have any question about, just type in the chat, and I will answer the question. Let me drink my little bit. Let me have my coffee. Let's lift some more color, get some more reflection in the water. Actually, I don't have the opaque white, so I wouldn't even bother. Just put some white color here. Let's put a figure here on this board. Let's put a figure here. Maybe he's doing some fishing. Let him do some fishing. There you go. Okay, no more questions. So I will go to the next painting. Okay. I hope everybody's listening right, everybody's okay. So we're gonna remove this painting, give you 2 more minutes. If you have any question, let me know. Yes, the paper was dry, actually kind of not too dry, but dry enough so I can do the doodling. And I did scrape my brush, which is I use this sable blend, as you saw in a class also. This is more kind of a stiff brush, or you can use. Let me grab any other brushes I have here. So this is another brush I have. This is acrylic painting brush, right? It's very stiff, so you can use this brush, but if you are using a very thick, which is this one is a 90-pound paper, okay? So if you're using a 90-pound paper and you are abusing too much, then the paper will deteriorate. So be careful when you lifting a color with this type of brushes. You have to be very careful. You don't want to go too much, otherwise the paper will rip off and your painting will be gone. Okay, so yes, if you using a heavyweight paper like 200-pound or 120-pound or 300-pound, then you can abuse the paper a little bit more. You have a chance to rub more. But honestly, I wouldn't do this too often, but it's okay. Sometimes, let's say if I want to create an effect here, let's say, let's just show you. If I just rub this brush here and let's say I want to create a little bit fog here at the edge of this mountain, right? So I push the color right on the top of the mountain like this, right? And put some water here, a little bit clean water with the same brush, and I will go pick up this color and it create a little bit like a fog type of effect. And it make it soften your painting, so it's not going to be look harsh at this side. So I just picked it up some color and smudge it with the hard acrylic brush, and all the colors are lift up and it feel like there's some steam or some morning fog is in there in the water. That's what how you explain certain things, and you can use this techniques to create that effect. Actually, next class when I will do next Sunday, I will show you how to create that the fog effect into certain painting like a flat painting. So, any questions? I'm gonna switch this painting to the other painting. We have is 11 o'clock, so we don't have too much time. We probably have like 10-15 minutes more. Okay, I assume nobody has a question. Let's move on to the other painting. Let's get rid of this one and here. So this is comes out. I like this painting better than the other one, right? I would consider this as a like a is a horizon line here, right? And I would put some mountains here, distance mountain, by mixing up burnt sienna, burnt umber, and some French ultramarine. Get my gray mix, and what I will do actually, I will put some distant mountain here. I would treat this as a horizon line here, which I like it. We could you could change it if you don't like it. You can do something else also, but this is what I like in this painting. I mean, I start with the blinding colors. I didn't. My intention was keeping the horizon line here, but since it comes out so good and I like so I will keep the horizon line right here. So I get the dark purple color, just putting here and there to bring some more depth to these mountains. And I'm not going to put it here. Actually, I'm just keeping here on this side, and that's it. So here, and let's put some birds here, and I will finish this painting. I'm not gonna do too much in this painting because it's already a good painting, there's a, I'm assuming the sun is here and there's white clouds and beautiful blending color. The purple color works good, except the cauliflower. I explained, I think Catherine and Gina was there. I dropped some water here. Look what happened. It was in the middle that the wash was almost dry. So I, by accident, I put some water here. So this is done. I cannot fix it. So be careful when you have same situation. Try not to fix that unless you put a lot of opaque color, lot of colors, which make your painting dry and it doesn't look good at the end. So not even bother to fixing it. Let's put some seagulls here, right? With the dark color, one going here and the one is coming here. So let's put some here also in the distance. I don't want to go too much. Like I said, grouping is very important and don't do too much. If you do too much, then it doesn't show very good. So I'll put one here actually, less for the sake of the painting because we don't have too much in this painting. So we want to energize, we want to make it painting more look active. So I'll put one here and that's it. If you want, you can put more. It's up to you. You can do more, but I will keep it up to here. Now, if you want, let's say this is my foreground, right? You can do something here also, which is you can put a boat here, a small boat here. Let's get some cadmium orange. So paper is dry basically. Paper is dry and I can work with the very fine that brush I have and I'm taking the color straight. Let me zoom out. Actually, let me zoom out so you can see what's going on here with the palette. Here. So I take a cadmium orange straight from the tube. You don't need to mix here and there. So that is the very important part. You guys have to understand when you're doing a doodling on your painting, you take the color straight from the tube, very like not too much water in it, and then you can do small figures like this. And then let's do the mass here. Let's get some dark color. I mix it up with the purple mix and make this board more visible. Since it's flat, there's no light in this painting, so we can put some little bit shadow here and there on the board, not too much. A little bit more energy marks with the or cadmium. I have the cadmium orange mix, so I can put some hint for the ground also here, a little bit here, there. There you go. And that's it. That's it. That's it. Done. I will put some, let's put some dark color underneath the dark purple color. Actually, I'll show you the board. Board is so small. You guys probably can see it, but let me zoom in. Let's zoom in here. So there you go. See, alone that this is one part of the painting. If you want to keep the painting like this, you can keep it like this. You can go zoom out. That's how you see. You have to. This is how you frame the painting. Take a cell phone, take a picture, zoom it out, crop it. See this part of the painting, I'm okay with that. I can keep this painting as is, and this eliminate the cauliflowers also. Now, if I want to go here a little bit, I can move the painting here. I can have this bird in the scene. So here a little bit there. There you go. If I want to zoom out more, there you go. This could be the painting also. Not a problem. And zoom in. Let's zoom in more. Let's go two. And this I like actually. You know what? I like this part better. If you keep you want to keep it like this, you can keep it like this. Okay. So this is the basic what I was trying to explain in the class, that you need to understand how to mix colors. How Once you have understanding how to mix color, write on the paper with the water with put a little bit. Let me, you know what? Let's go. Let wrap it up this class, and let me do a little bit another demo, quick demo, and then we're gonna move on to the next class next Sunday. Okay, let's do a small demo how to mix colors. So let's go zoom in. My on my sketchbook, actually I will do it in a sketchbook because some people came late. So here I'm using a Prussian blue. Okay, Prussian blue. I put it straight on the dry paper like this. You just practice this actually when you have time. Clean your brush. Let me zoom out so you guys can see what I'm doing. So water is here, right? The palette is here and my water is here. So here there's a paper towel. I go clean my brush, right? A little bit water, and then you start putting at the edge of the this wash. See the Prussian blue? It Why I using this wash? Because Prussian blue is a staining color. Look, it's how is stubborn this color is. It's kind of the wash is not even dry, but the color is not allowing me to make a soft edge. Now, if I use the French ultramarine, look at this. What happened? I put a French ultramarine here. Get some water, not soaking up with the. And now look, French ultramarine looks beautiful. And I will take some more water, blend, just put some clean water at the edge, and it gives me a nice gradation or the smooth edges there. So if you need more, you can tilt your paper, and then the color will run down. Now, if I want to put some more color here, let's say put some cadmium orange. Put some cadmium orange right on the French ultramarine. It's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna go green or whatever. And you can blend this in. Let's get some more dark purple color. I have it. Put it here. Here, there. Let's get some more dark purple color. Put it on the bottom. And that's it. That's how you practice. Get a small paper, not a cheap paper. Just get a decent paper, that the one I introduced in the last day of the class. Just use that paper and mix. Let the color mix by itself on the paper. Put some cadmium French ultramarine on the top. Let it run. Put some cadmium orange. Then put some dark color by mixing all these three colors or two colors, burnt umber, or maybe with the French ultramarine, cobalt blue, and get your gray. So that's how you erect these small scale painting, and it allow you to how to blend colors, how to mix color, and how to compose your painting. Once this is dry, and then you can go get some dark color, and then you start putting some small objects in your painting like this. Let's go zoom in so you guys know what I am painting. Let's go zoom in more. Here. This is a cheap paper, so please don't pay attention. It's just a sketchbook. It's not a watercolor paper. But just to show you what can be done in a very short amount of time, that type of work. Okay, so let's pack it up because it's 11:14. It's already 15 minutes over, and good to see you everyone in class here, virtual class actually. So hopefully we'll be get together, spread the word, bring more friends if they want to join the class, and I will explain next class. I will recap the same class today, okay, and we'll do a little bit drawing and sketching also. So I will keep 15 minutes for the drawing and sketching, and then rest of the class, whatever time left, 45 minutes, we will do the watercolor washes, how to make figures, what to expect, a still life. Whatever you guys have a challenge, just send me a text on my Instagram page. Hey, Momin, let's discuss this. I will see your question that what needs to be discussed. Just send me a text on Instagram page and mention that I'm weak on this side of the painting. Let's explain a little bit more on that side. So let me know, okay? All right. So okay, everybody have a good day, and it's such a beautiful weather outside. So I'll see you next week.